these are a great place to start. So if we look at number 1, right, we're looking for a place where we have a y equals or an x equals. So on this first one, we actually have a couple of them. So we could pick either of those. So if we pick this y equals first, man, that's not focusing. I'm going to try and get that to focus better. And we'll underline what it equals. Okay, and then we'll go to the opposite equation, and whatever we circled is the same letter that we want to cross out. So I'm going to cross out this y, and in its place, I want to put the stuff that I underlined. So that's going to be my x plus 4. So this is giving me my new equation. So now I have x plus 4 equals 3x. My variables are on opposite sides of the equal sign. So when they're on opposite sides, I'm going to get them together with the opposite sign. This says 4 equals 2x. We'll undo multiplication with division. So I'm going to divide each side by 2. 4 divided by 2 is 2. So I get x equals 2, but keep in mind I'm still not done because I still need to make sure that I'm finding my y value. I need both the x and y. So I'm going to take this value and plug it back in up here for x. So instead of saying y equals x plus 4, I'm now going to say y equals 2 plus 4, and 2 plus 4 is 6, so y equals 6. So you could either write your answer as x equals 2 and y equals 6, or we could just put the ordered pair 2, 6. Okay, number 2, we're going to start the same way, right? So we're finding where we see an x equals or we see a y equals. Okay, we're going to circle one of them, right? And then we want to set it underline what it's set equal to. So we're going to underline that 3x minus 10. Whatever letter we circled is the one that we want to cross out in the other equation, and we're going to replace it with the stuff that we underlined. So this 3x minus 10 is going in for it. And my new equation now says 3x minus 10 equals 2x minus 5. Again, my variables are on opposite sides. So if they're on opposite sides of the equal sign, I'm going to get them together with the opposite sign. I can barely see that 5, but I think you can still tell. So give me a 1x minus 10 equals a negative 5. Undo subtraction with addition, so I'll get x equals 5. Now, this isn't finished yet because you're still going to have to take that 5 and go back up here and plug that in for x. But you're going to have to do that one on your own. I'm not going to finish that one for you. Okay, so number 3, I'm leaving that one for you to do on your own. Number 4, if we're looking for a variable that says x equals or y equals, we see it right here. Okay, if we underline what x equals, it's the y plus 50, right? We don't want to pick anything up here because it doesn't say x equals, it has x plus some stuff. So unless we absolutely have to do something with that, we'll have a workaround for that tomorrow. Okay, so the x we circled, so in the other equation, we're going to cross it out, and in its place, I'm going to put the y plus 50. So I now have an equation that says y plus 50 plus 2y equals 200. Now, these variables are on the same side, so I need to get those together with the same sign. So it's just a y plus a 2y. Don't need to move it over. I'm just combining like terms. Okay, from here, that's something that you should be able to solve, so you can finish that the rest of the way. Make sure you're plugging it back in and getting both of the answers there. Number 5. We are going to circle, right? So I'm circling the bottom one just because I've been circling the top one. I want to show you that it's sort of the same. It's the exact same concept, nothing different, right? I'm going to underline what it equals. I'm crossing out the variable in the other equation and I'm replacing it with what I underlined. And so now I have something that says 5x plus 4 equals a 2x plus 7. Okay, this is something we would then be able to solve. Number 6. Okay, where do we see an x equals or y equals? We see it here on the bottom, so we'll circle here and we will underline what it equals. Again, we can only cross out what we circled. So if we cross out that x, that 2 is still there. So the 3y plus 7 is going in squished here next to the 2. So I'll have a 2 times 3y plus 7 plus 4y equals a negative 6. To solve this, we'll start by distributing. Okay, and then these variables are on the same side of the equal sign, so we'll get them together with the same sign. So we're just combining them. 6y plus 4y. It's 14. Okay, so we'll get y equals negative 2, and then we just have to make sure, again, we're still going back up here. I would go back up to where we underlined, not into this top one, but to where we underlined to plug that back in and find your x value.